From the Ashley Home Store Sports Desk, News Watch 12 Sports with Peyton Manning.
It was a beautiful morning out in Klamath Falls, and a beautiful morning calls for some soccer. The Oregon Tech Lady Owls finished up their first week of fall camp this morning ahead of a new season with first-year head coach Tom Moore. Coach Moore is coming to OIT from Highline Community College in Washington. The Lady Owls are welcoming Moore in after exiting the 2022 season 6-5-5 overall. 16 returners and 15 newcomers will make up this year's roster. And Coach Moore says it's all about building a new culture and letting the Lady Owls drive that into the fall.
And I think just building the culture, that was the biggest thing I saw. I watched a lot of video and a lot of off the field stuff before I came and got the job, and those were some of the big things. I'm a big culture person, so building that and developing that, that's been the biggest turnaround. I think our results in the spring, we had a lot of success. I think that was in direct correlation to that. So I'm excited about every game. You know, it's new for me, so every game's gonna be challenging, exciting for me. I'm excited to kind of get out there and kind of put us through this and kind of get tested. So.
The Lady Owls will open their season with a 3-game series in Arizona starting on August 19th. As for the men, the Owls are focusing on building off the success of 2022 and not putting a cap on how far they can go in a season. Second-year head coach Sean McManaman says this team has the talent and experience to win a national championship title, and the goal is to just stay the course.
Continuing to stay the course of what we learned. We learned a lot of things last year. And yeah, we had a good run, but the boys all want more. We have the potential, we can run with things, and the ceiling's infinite for us. I think if we get the right things together, we have a lot of experience, and that's what we kind of have to do, is just learn from our experiences. What we'll do differently this year is, you're going to make mistakes. Every game's different, and as long as we learn from what we built on last year and the foundation we built last year, then this year is just roll with it and have fun.
And just 1 week from today, the Owls will open their season with a scrimmage against Lane CC at Oregon Tech. And there's a little less than a month until our Saturdays consist of nothing but college football. And in the midst of fall camp, we're slowly but surely learning more and more about this Oregon State team and what they're capable of. And on the defensive end, it's looking pretty good. Despite some of last season's top defensive players graduating or not returning, this 2023 Oregon State defense looks faster, hits harder, and just may be more motivated to show why they should be feared and recognized as one of the top defenses in the conference. Beavers defensive coordinator Trent Bray says a new level of competition not seen in years is making this defense better.
I think what's exciting about this fall camp, if you're a player, is this is the most competition we've had in a long time for open positions. There's no more Jaden Grants that have been 4-year starters, no Omars that have been 3-4-year starters. So I think that can be a really good thing in camp, where guys feel they have an opportunity to make a push to play that haven't played as much.
And up in Eugene, while the front office is busy switching conferences, the football team is trying to stay focused on this season first. While we haven't been able to see Oregon's offense and defense in action just yet, head coach Dan Lanning says his team is starting to grow, but there's still a lot more work that needs to be done.
Yeah, just continue to grow and get better. We're not picking units yet. We're not quite to that point. We're still trying to evaluate where guys fit. And we want, again, to play as many guys as we possibly can. So trying to figure out who's above the line and who's below the line. And then if they're below the line, can we get them above the line? Big recovery day. We'll have a recovery car wash where we'll get a lot of work, muscle, like tension relief, a little bit of yoga, some ice bath. We'll have some meeting time that we can take advantage of, but a little bit of time off of our feet.
No practice for the Ducks on Sunday, so we will hear from defensive line coach Tony Tuioti and some student athletes on Monday. And now to the biggest stage in the world. The United States women's national soccer team plays at 2 a.m. our time against Sweden in the round of 16. The World Cup from here on out is win or go home. It's now or never for the USWNT. Here's co-captain Lindsey Horan with her thoughts on their first opponent in the knockout rounds.
I feel like it wouldn't be a major tournament if we weren't facing Sweden. We always find a way to play them in these big tournaments. So we know that they're a very good team. Every time that we play them, it's a massive battle, and they're somewhat like us in that case. So we know what they can bring. We know what we can bring, and I think that's the main focus right now, is what we can do to expose them and to go out and win this game. But again, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a difficult match, and it's a round of 16. It's a knockout game.